Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. Wanted to bring you guys a little update on Bitcoin. Hasn't been a ton to talk about recently, guys. Just been kind of moving sideways here, up and down a little bit. But I'm going to show you my thoughts on it, give you my insight. And remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm just here talking with you all and enjoy being here with you. So if you guys could like, subscribe, all that, I really appreciate it. And what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin on the one-day chart. So guys, first I want to talk about like the overhead resistance, things that we need to do here. Okay, so after this nice run up here, guys, where we had this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then we had this massive fall, this correction, and a lot of this was due to that news, like all the ETF stuff, so it fell a little more unnatural than it naturally would. Okay, you typically could have seen after here our ABC correction where we maybe could have got down, you know, in this area here, the 618, somewhere along those lines, but it didn't happen. We just kept falling. So it was kind of abnormal just because news can really sway things back and forth, and especially in this market, things can be so sensitive. Even with good news, though, when we're in this bear market, nothing's really going to change. You might get a 1 or 2 day pop, then guys are going to short it, and then it's going to bring it back down. So until we get out of this overall bear market, you know, the news, it's not going to do a ton for us besides to the negative. If it's negative news, then it can be over-exaggerated. But overhead, we're looking at here, guys. So we pulled our Fibonacci down. We got through the 236, which is a tough spot to get through. So we broke through that, and we've been trading between that and the 0.38. Now, what I like to see, though, do you see our exponential moving averages here? We have our exponential, 12-day exponential in purple right here. And then we have our 26-day in white right here, and we're holding both of them, guys, so that's good. That's what we want to see right there. And then overhead, we have our 50 moving average, and that's going to be overhead resistance as well, so that's a tough spot to get through. We have the 0.328 as well as the 50 to get through as overhead resistance, and you're kind of seeing little wicks here, guys, like we're almost being rejected right there. But we still are holding these supports, and that's crucial, guys. Remember, we want to be in trades, and unless we're shorting, obviously, but we want to be in positions where we're above these exponential moving averages and we're using them as support. And if you guys don't know what the exponential moving averages are, they're weighted more so towards the front, so more of the current price action that we've been having. So that's good that we're up above that, but we have to keep it, guys, and we need good significant volume. This isn't going to be enough volume to get us up through the 0.382 and the 50. It's just not going to happen. There has to be good volume, and we're going to have a nice break to the upside. You can see we've been working in this channel. We had this wick here, then we came up here, came back down, wicked up, came back down right in here. Now we're kind of working in the middle of it. So keep all these things in mind, guys. Now, when we're looking at support, we have these exponential moving averages right now. We have our 0.236 for support, and we also have this bottom channel right here. Once we break through that, you'll obviously see a drop, but we really want to hold this, guys. This is going to be the big deal right here, because we had a higher low, and that's a really big deal on the long time frame, because we've been having these lower highs and lower lows. But if we can get that lower high, so right here, guys, say even we came up here, then we came back down, set another higher low, then try to get back up again, and that's how the trend changes. We got to start having those higher lows and higher highs. That's going to be the big deal. So let me clear this off, guys. Like I said, I like clean screen just so people can see. Sometimes there's just way too much. Okay, and then really look for that support down here, guys, to hold right in that range, and right in here, that 57, 58. If we did get that low, that's a big deal that we hold those, or it could be a straight drop to 5,000 because it's a psychological level. It took us a long time to break through that. You know, we fought it a few times and we got through it. So you just never know. And in this market, we never know, guys. So next thing, let's look at the RSI. This is our relative strength index. Probably one of the best indicators that there is out there. Guys, I'm just going to turn the color to green just so we can see a little bit better. All right, so we're getting that slight point up right now, which has been good, guys. But you see the direction we've been heading in, which is nice. Beats down, but we kind of have that trend line like right in there. We want to hold with the RSI. So if we break down through there, we're probably going to have a dump, but we'll see if we can use that as support, because each time here we came up, back down, hit it, came up, back down, hit it, came close, and now we're kind of moving up, and that's starting to point up. Remember, just like the exponential moving averages, that's what we want to see, that hook up. That's a really big deal. Our RSI is at 51 right now, 51.8. Let's check the MACD. I just want to go through a few different things with you guys. Because remember, before you enter any trades or anything, you want to go through quite a few things. You know, you want to look at the candles, RSI, MACD, we can do Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci's, you know, all different types of things like that. Where you at potentially in the Elliott wave count if you're using that. So you never just want to use one indicator. You want to blend the East with the West. And that's a really big deal. If you read the Japanese candlestick charting books, they talk all about that, blending the Eastern techniques with the Western techniques. So, you know, blending the candlesticks with a MACD, things like that. You want several different points of confirmation before you would enter a trade. And if you are going to trade, guys, when you enter that trade, also have your stop put in place where you say, hey, if the trade turns against me here, it's going to pull me out. We're going to have a minimum loss. We'll look for the next one so that it doesn't fall so fast on you and have something like this happen. Because those happen all the time in this space, and we just have to be aware. We have to protect our capital, because if you don't have capital, you can't be in the game for when the next bull market or cycle starts. So that's a really big deal to preserve capital, guys. And you know, if you ever say, hey, I got to get out of this coin right now because I need to preserve capital and use it as, you know, something to trade with, swing trade, do different things, then that's what you have to do. You know, don't be ashamed of that, because you have to be able to stay in the game. You can't just ride something down. And with some of these coins, they've lost 95% of their value from the all-time highs. So you know, you don't have to take that type of loss if you learn some things and do some study and different stuff. But I want to be here to help you. I want to be here to help the beginner, because like I said, guys, I'm still a beginner too. So very new to this. But back on pace here, guys, we did have the MACD cross right there, so that's good. And we started moving up. The histogram, though, kind of looks like it's flattening right now. And this here, still pointing up, but we'll have to see. We don't know if it's going to start curving sideways, moving sideways, or if we're going to continue to go up. But we do have that cross, and that's on the daily, and that's a good thing. Okay, so really pay attention to that, because we were down on it here. We hadn't had a cross since, let's see, 18th or so of August, when we crossed that downside. Then we kept moving, guys. I'm sorry, let me see. No, that was August 1st, right in there is when we officially crossed. Then we were on the underneath side here, and then we crossed over, and now we can see if we can get some volume moving up, guys. Volume is the big deal. We want to see volume like this. Look at that. And you see how it increases? That's increasing bull volume. It's a really big deal as well. And you'll see that. Now, another thing you'll see, though, guys, throughout bear markets, you're going to see this massive decrease in volume. It's just what happens. So let's step back and look at this now. So we'll go off the highest one right here, guys. Like right in there, and that bear volume should have told us. Sorry, guys. There we go. Go like that. Let's go off those two. You can see how it's just kind of gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. We're going to see where we're at, guys. But when we break out through that with some serious volume, oh man, that would be a great line to break. Just like this up here is going to be a really big deal when we break it. We'll look at a couple of them, guys. So we'll go right up in here, like right in there. When you can fully break out of that with solid volume behind it, I mean, guys, we could very well run, test. So our spots would be 85, then it'd be around 10, and be around 11, and then there's a lot of room to run from that 11.8 up to 17 or 18. So there's a lot of space here, guys, that has to be cleared out as well. It works both negative and positive in terms of clearing out the stilts, essentially. You know, something runs real fast, what happened? Ran real hard, what happened? Corrected real hard. And that's what we're dealing with right now. So we have that line. Then we're also going to be looking at this one right here. Like right in there, guys. So there's more work to do there. Then here's our horizontal line of support. Just like that. So you can see where we're working in. Guys, we hit it here. We didn't get down to it here. Hit it here, almost here. So we're either going to be breaking down or we're going to have a nice move up. I mean, it's really going to be, I'd probably say within the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever, we're going to find out which way we're breaking really hard. And I think it is going to be a hard break. That's just my opinion, guys. Remember, I'm no wizard at this. I'm just learning with all you guys as well. So, but something that would look, you know, potentially up into there, just like that. Or we very well could have something break down into that point, around that 5,000. So keep an eye on all this stuff, guys. I want to hear what you're doing. Are you buying, selling? Have you been just sitting in capital waiting for a good opportunity to buy? Are you looking to trade? Are you looking to swing trade, day trade, scalping? What are you guys up to? I just want to know, and I'll try to get back to some comments tonight, guys. Life has been very crazy, and just got a lot going on. Been nuts, but it's been wonderful, and God's blessed me greatly. So love all you guys. Appreciate you watching this if you made it all the way to the end, and guys, let me know what you're doing. God bless.